Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're talking episode 5, season 1, Second Wives Club. We've got Katie in the building and one more guest. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I saw you drinking. I'm like, I need to save mine because I'm going to be sipping a lot tonight.
Right. Sipping the tea.
This song,
Let's take a moment to thank our other guest, Walter. For this masterpiece.
The one and only.
Oh, man.
Good evening, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We cannot wait to get started. I'm Abigail Fraher. You can follow me on all social media at abigail.af. Katie, let everyone know where they can find you.
I have a new one. It's at official Katie Cazorla. And then on Twitter, I'm at the painted nail. I didn't have the time to change it.
Oh, sorry.
TK.
I'm like, wait a minute. My name is TK Trinidad. You can find me on everything at TK Trinidad.
Absolutely. And my name is Chance Cessna, and you can find me on itsbychance.com.
Walter?
There's like a million cameras.
Oh my goodness, he's like a 5-year-old.
That camera? Hi.
Yes.
I'm at Wafanasiev. Is that?
That's what you do. It's at W.
At W.
Afanasiev.
Afanasiev. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Walter.
Thanks, Walter.
We're so excited to have you both here. I'm excited for the commentary between you two. It's already been so great.
So lively.
Let's just jump right into it.
Oh, so much.
The episode starts off with you kind of just going over your daily shitstorm of a routine that you have. Like, it was overwhelming just to listen to you saying everything that you had to do daily. And then you had Alex, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Alex is your operations person and you're also your assistant.
Yeah, she was.
Okay, so what's going on now? So let's
Ooh.
start there with the realness. Is she still with you?
No. She actually went on to pursue a teaching career. So she teaches special need kids, which is great. That's what
That's
she
a very
wanted to
special
do.
calling.
Yeah. And, I think I prepared her for whatever life is going to throw at you because my life is insane. And I knew that, if she could juggle that, then she can handle just about anything.
While we're on the assistant topic, is Shauna still assisting you?
You know what she does sometimes?
Okay.
She
Okay.
really
So it worked out.
I didn't expect that
did.
answer, so I'm happy. Okay, I'm going to check that
I
one
mean,
off.
she is there. This is the type of girl that you could call at 5 o'clock in the morning and be like, I'm stranded, come get me. I'm at LAX, I don't know what to do. And she'll be like, okay, let me just pull it together. And she'll come and
And
get you.
she'll come through.
Yes.
So she's loyal.
She is so loyal.
And we get that even from,
Yeah.
her relationship and,
Oh,
as the story
God.
unfolds. But
Yes.
she's a loyal woman.
Yes.
Here's my question. Because I don't know. I really hope you do come on. We don't dislike you. It's just the show leaves a lot of pockets that it's just like what's going on. So apparently she's supporting her husband for 7 years. I don't know if you can answer this.
Yeah,
but
she has
what
been.
Has
So
she,
she's
what did
been
she
the
do?
support, like,
as far as
complete-
work wise.
She's done everything. She did surrogacy. I mean, that alone is like, oh my God, that's the most like giving thing on
Right.
earth. To have someone else's baby and then there's no reward. But you got to work out. So
Right.
it's like, who would even want that?
Right.
Like, I eat 2 tacos and I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God, I started talking about that.
She literally like had somebody's baby. She did egg donation. She worked like 3
So
jobs.
she's a hustling.
She hustles, and she was the one that was basically like paying to keep everything afloat.
Right.
And we saw in the episode that you were pretty upset about that. You know what I mean? Because she wants to pursue her dreams and finally have this moment where she can act and really do what she loves. But she's tied down to this relationship, and it seems like she can't have the freedom that she wants.
Yeah.
No, I told her, that was like a really like come to Jesus moment. When we had it when we were, oh gosh, okay, I don't know if we can say, but I almost spilled the beans.
Oh, I'm right here.
Don't spill the beans. Spill the beans. This is exclusive.
Oh
my God, I
press release coming out. Like,
Sweating
over here.
Are we talking about weddings? Oh, sweating. Okay.
Ooh.
So her and I had a really long talk in a drive together that I think you will see coming up.
Okay.
But the like preface to that was what you saw tonight. And that was me saying it's unfair that you look amazing. You got signed by an agent. This is your dream in life.
Right.
You don't want to be 75 years old and look back and be like, shit, I should have done that, because no offense, but Lorenzo won't be alive. So it's like, I don't want you to be like alone and being like, I could have, should have, would have.
Right.
Done. And for you just went for it because you shared it tonight in your story that you slept in your car and you were
did.
hustling from the beginning. And I know because I've slept in my car before,
And
it's
sucks.
not. It sucks.
It's terrifying. You sleep like
Yeah, you're
minutes at
paranoid.
a time.
Yeah.
You think someone's gonna kill you.
Yes.
Like literally,
That
the
part.
security guard would shine the light in, and I'd be like, "I'm good."
You're begging for your life.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So for me, I can't stand when people just are lazy or have a lackadaisical attitude about shit. Like, it's like, go big or go home.
And I think
Absolutely.
that is an issue in, maybe not in the show, but what we've seen so far. I feel like they don't show the hustling side of Shauna.
that's the problem.
And especially in this episode, I feel like they were only talking about her not having money, not having a job, while she's eating frozen Greek yogurt that costs $10 a container. Like, but they're
Well,
not.
that's true.
But
She
you know what I'm
does
saying?
have-
They're not
yeah.
doing a good job of showing all the things that you have. Not that she's doing everything you've done, but not
Right.
showing that she's hustling. Because I even wrote here, like, does it anger you when you see some of these women who don't hustle and don't have a drive,
you know what?
complaining about
I
things
can't.
when you're running circles around them?
I call it the wives syndrome.
Okay.
Like, how many shows have we legitimately watched where you get to the point where you're like, I have a makeup line and I have a bag line and a Lexus Couture and all this shit that nobody's gonna buy. Unless you start off legitimately with a business and that's what your life was, you can't just go into it and be like, that would be like me saying, I'm gonna come out with some cookware. People would be like, you're out of your mind. I can't even microwave shit. Like, that would
It's
be
random.
crazy.
It wouldn't make sense, right?
Like, I stay true to who I am, and I think it's unfortunate that they don't show enough of her, but I think that wasn't really a big story. It's like, what are we gonna do? Watch her sew holes in her jeans?
Right.
So she's like, nobody wants to see that.
It's just like what she did for like a living and what she did to help support him. That's like I would have either.
That happened before.
Yeah, if she just mentioned it or they included it, then I'd be like, okay, I get it. Because
Like whether it was serving tables, whatever it was,
that's
it's
coming
like,
up.
Okay.
I think
Because
that's coming up.
he still doesn't work, correct?
Well, he was a helicopter pilot in Las Vegas, but now I think he's doing helicopter tours in New York City now. So they live like polar opposites.
So do you think he's like a little bit jealous because he was acting before, right?
I think
He's
there
an actor
is.
before.
You know,
And it's
actors, musicians, artists. It's hard. It's like Demi Moore and Bruce Willis. It was like, well, she's getting more work than me, and he's getting more work.
So
It's competition.
There's so much
inside
competition.
the
There's so much
home.
jealousy.
Right.
That's why I'm never gonna learn how to play the piano.
Right.
He's
no
never gonna
competition.
worry about. He's never gonna do cartwheels in a thong by a pool. So we are good.
Do we have that to look forward to?
Working on it.
Where you're like, actually, episode 8.
Episode 8.
Walter doing those
Oh
backflips
my gosh.
in a thong by the pool.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Walter.
Duty drops.
So it's that has a ring to it. It seems like you're the force in the show that kind of snaps people back to like, hey, this is really what's going on here.
It's a reality show.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, even with Veronica, you're like, what the hell are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
what are you're the voice of reason. I feel like when these women keep getting off
Yeah,
foot, and you're kind of personified as the like kooky one, or
Yeah.
like the overly
some say
fun,
aggressive,
whatever,
though, too.
aggressive. But I think you have really good points in everything you're saying, and I don't.
To me, it just seems like you
doesn't-
just live life to the fullest and you call it as you see it, which I love.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's basically
But
what
don't
it is.
you want friends like that?
Exactly,
If you look
100%.
like shit, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, what happened?
Right.
Because I want someone
Right.
to tell me too, like,
Right.
hey, you know what? You could do this. It's
better.
like, you're right, I could.
Yeah.
Nothing is all perfect, and that's why this show was legitimately, we were cast and put into it. Some of us were friends. I've actually known Shauna for, 8 years, I think.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I've known Veronica and Shiva through social circles, and Marissa, and then
She only
Tanya.
had-
She seems odd. Like she was just kind of thrown in, or was she friends with
She's
somebody?
barely
Yeah,
on the
we're
show.
still learning about her.
You know,
Yeah. Learning. I don't know.
You're never gonna find out.
Yeah.
How about
know
that?
when
I
we're
don't think
gonna
you're
find
ever
We
gonna
know
find
she
out.
can't cook. That's just for sure.
Oh my
Speak.
god. Oh my god, you guys, the cooking. I can at least make something.
We were
Something.
dying. We were looking. I was like, what did you say? Enchiladas, and then it was like a quesadilla.
She has kids.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can you not know how to
Well,
cook
I
basic
mean,
things if you have
a
children?
tortilla.
A tortilla.
You just
A tortilla.
You're basically just heating it up.
You
Just like
put it in the
boiling
microwave
water.
next time. Just make a microwave one.
She can't even serve like a go-gurt to her kids the correct way.
How do you
Wow.
cut this off? No,
Oh, I'm surprised. She's like gnawing away at it.
Yeah, I don't know why she's.
She's interesting. I will say that. She made me laugh a lot of times, but there were times where I would just look at the producers, no joke, and be like, what the fuck is this? And she was like, I'm funny, like Jessica Simpson. I'm like,
Not really.
See, and you can't label yourself that.
Right.
You just gotta be you
Someone
and
else has
let
to-
other people be
right.
like, you're stupid funny, but you're still funny. But like, you can't say, I'm stupid and funny.
Yeah, or like,
No.
you can't label yourself. You're right. You can't say, I'm kind of like whatever. It's like, Jessica Simpson was like charming, cutesy, stupid, funny.
Right.
Sometimes you could be annoying ass.
He's like, Walter's
stupid.
like, what?
I know Walter.
Well,
Walter has a different
Walter
opinion.
worked with her, so.
Walter, what do you have to say?
About Jessica Simpson?
Yes.
Oh, she's lovely, but I don't remember her being funny
Oh.
at all. Like, I mean,
I think we
Maybe,
laughed at
like,
some of her like
Reality
you're
one-liners,
talking
but
about
some of her one-liners.
her show, like
Yeah.
the Newlywed Game.
Yeah.
What was that?
Her
The
and
Newlywed Game.
Oh my gosh, what's his name?
Yeah, with
again?
Chuck
Nick
Woolery.
Lachey.
Nick Lachey,
Yeah.
But hers were never racial either. Her slurs were like tuna was the chicken of the, whatever
Oh, yeah,
that one
chicken
was.
of the
Like
sea,
it
yeah.
wasn't like
That's
wasn't like-
again,
like that.
stupid funny.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's where you're like, oh, she's just stupid, but
Socially
she's fun to look
awkward.
at. Yeah, you're right. Where you just kind of look and you're like, who is friends with this person? But sometimes people say things that you're like, oh my God. That's why when people are like, oh, you drink a lot of wine on the show, I'm like, I had to. So I didn't choke somebody, get arrested, quit. There were many reasons.
Yeah.
Except if I was in my place of business or unless I was getting a pedicure, which was like once. I maybe had 3 pedicures at the painting nail. For real.
Wow.
I know.
really.
I know. And then I closed it. I was over it.
So
So
wait,
those
you
are painted
closed?
nails?
Yeah, I
the painted
closed
nail?
it. Yeah, I closed it maybe like a month ago.
Okay, because
Okay.
I remember seeing it and then
Yeah.
I didn't.
I remember seeing it.
So I
And-
ran the
okay.
salon for 9 years.
Okay.
And after 3 years at the W, I was like, it's just the nail tech. I love nail techs, but I also have this disdain for them where they don't understand that you have to work to make money.
money.
Right.
You have to show up and
Right.
treat your clients great. And then they'll pay you and tip you, and then I'll pay you too.
Right.
When you don't come, or you're late, or you're just shitty and in a bad mood, it's a service. I can't make everybody be the way I am. And I'm such a micromanager that I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm done. I walked in, I was like, I need this space for high society because this business is doing way better than this business, and this business is going to be the death of me. So I'm like, this is now going to be the new tea lounge where people can relax, have tea, and I don't have to think about buying another fucking nail file or paying someone's taxes. Or I follow the rules most nail salons don't.
Right.
So, and I was like, I'm done. I'm out, and that's it. And I've never been happier in my entire life.
Wow.
I have money in my account. It's amazing.
Well, congratulations.
Wow. And that's
Right?
amazing.
Yeah.
And I can say, I admire you so much. And even I think some of the other women on the show, like Shauna was like, you're such an inspiration to her. And you really are a role model outside of, you joking and
Yeah.
having your wine. You're a role model. And for you to even make that decision, that business decision, like, I got to do what's best for my
hard.
business.
It was very hard.
But you have to be, what I learned in business, you have to be willing to evolve.
Yeah.
And that you do that so well.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that because most people that don't either do things for themselves or just your own careers is running a business. So if you don't treat it with respect and it's a real job, then it'll fail. And when you stop loving doing it,
You have to
that's
love
when
it.
you have to just know, okay, I'm done. It's like a relationship.
Yeah.
Same. As soon as you feel like you're working your ass off for nothing, it's over. It's never gonna happen to our business, Judy.
He's like, what am I doing here?
He's processing the Warriors game.
I know. Oh God,
I know,
can we not
right?
talk about that?
Can we not talk about that? No.
I'm from Cleveland.
Oh, really?
Oh.
It was rough.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
Anyways, let's jump back into it.
moving on.
The show,
Yes.
yes.
So
I'm retweeting, by the way, but I'm paying attention.
that's what I always say when I'm not ignoring you.
ahead,
I'm
girl.
just kind of ignoring.
You're right.
So moving on to Shiva and Veronica's conversation
Yeah.
about Tanya. I was dying when this happened because actually, and then afterwards she came to you and you seemed, now I don't want to go inside your head, but you seemed very genuine when she came over and when she wanted to have that whole little let's reconcile
I actually
situation.
did. I did because
Did you know at that point that she had called everybody else too? Like that
no,
it was like a checklist?
which I thought was, of course, watching it back, I was like, shady ass bitch. I'm the one that agreed because I don't ever want there to be fights.
Right.
I actually hate it.
Right.
Like it literally is the one thing. I mean, you can. I've been with Walter for almost 13 years. The one thing that will shut me down and make me leave anywhere I am is public fighting or arguing. I never saw my parents fight. I don't know if they wanted to kill each other or have sex or whatever.
Yeah.
I never knew because they were just parental.
Right.
So when people start shouting at each other or people are getting in fights, I'm like, oh my God, get me the hell out of here. Like literally throw me overboard. I want nothing to do with it. Or let's find a way to work it out.
Right.
And Tanya and I were friends before as well.
Oh.
This is why this is so hard.
Okay.
Tanya is actually really fun and she's funny and like down to earth. And then as soon as we started filming and we kept going on and on, I was like,
She was like
Who
turning
is
into a
this
different person almost.
crazy. I mean, she had a stylist and glam squad, and who goes roller skating with fake eyelashes on?
So do
Well,
you
I
think
do
she did?
sometimes. It was a good day. If I have extra
That's
5 minutes,
That's
if I
right.
have
That's
extra
right.
5
Keep your
minutes, I'm
hand
gonna do the
down.
last.
So do you,
Let it down.
do you think she did that? Do you think Tanya did that in order? Because almost every reality show needs that person that you want to hate. Do you think she kind of took on that role?
because she honestly doesn't think she did anything wrong.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's the problem. Is I
probably
was
the
looking at her. I actually looked her in the face as a woman to a woman and said, "Don't you understand when you say things like, oh, this is little and cute, or your little business, or your little whatever? It's actually insulting.
Right.
Especially
And
when
it-
it's coming from a person who was living in what looked like a studio 1-bedroom apartment before she moved in with.
Crash pad." Oh, that was
Okay.
her. That was her apartment when she lived by the airport. But let me just say.
Oh, by the airport. Okay, so see, we're getting all these details. So
getting all the juice.
So when you're saying stuff like that, that's really I don't.
Oh my God! Oh my gosh! Do you want to
That's
hear
just not
something you
relevant.
didn't even see?
Yes. I
Okay,
do.
please.
So
spell
remember
it.
the boat
Spell
ride? Boat ride from hell. Okay.
Boat ride.
One of the things.
Did you watch our conversation
I
about
know.
that last
See,
week?
she said she wouldn't get in my boat.
She's not even gonna come.
I'm sorry. I'm
We
sorry.
have Katie on just Skype Katie in
I'm
every
just gonna
week.
say it was a stretch. Boats are fun. This was more of like a canoe with an electric engine. It was
Oh,
like a
no,
lawnmower.
not a canoe.
A sea lawnmower.
Yeah, it was pretty small.
It was small, and then one of the things they didn't show was water started billowing in the front of the boat. It almost Titanic down.
No. Oh my
Your song could have played during it.
God. That would have been a perfect moment.
God, the garbage yacht starts sinking in a pond. But what you didn't see was, so we all start getting along. It was actually great. We're going back, and of course, you think everything's great. Shiva had want to have nothing to do with Tanya at this point. Tanya looks at the lakeside, and you see Dean's house, which I personally think is so charming, so wonderful. I'm from upstate New York. It's like my dream lake house, right? She has the nerve to say, oh, well, God, this house is like so old and so whatever, and looks at this mega house next to it, goes, we put in an offer for this house because this one has a better closet and this and that. And of course, everyone on the boat is like,
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
How
really?
insecure are you that you even feel the need that you? It's like she's so uncomfortable in her own
I
thoughts
think it's
that
Shiva.
she needs to say
I
that.
honestly think Shiva is her trigger. Like she's so jealous of her that she she's like Kristen Wiig's character in SNL where it's like, oh, I just bought a boat. She's like, I bought a boat too. It's a yacht. I bought a yacht. And it's like, I live in a house,
Oh,
5,000.
yeah.
I live 6,000 square feet. It's like,
You always have
nobody
to one
gives a shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Just be yourself. I bet someone will. I liked her better when she was herself.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what happens. I think when you get around other women, especially like successful women or just other women doing things, that jealousy, that seed of jealousy, it can really come out and turn really nasty.
Yeah.
She
like-
doesn't even seem like the type of person that you like.
I don't
could
even know how
hate.
you could.
Yeah,
be
she seems.
Shiva?
Yeah.
You can't.
Like, what is she so soft and like?
I call her
Oh,
Persian
she's
Barbie
great.
hands.
Yeah.
Like when she walks down her stairway, like birds are like flat, still sewing her dress. And she's like, can I pour you some wine? And she can't even like get it off because her fingers don't spread. And I'm like, and she thinks that's hilarious. I tell her all the time, I'm like, you literally are like this like Cinderella perfect Barbie. But she has awesome real moments that
Yeah.
I think, there's only so much they can show. We shot for
Right.
3-4 months and it's
Right.
like,
Right.
you're saying 2 minutes?
Yeah, but she
Exactly.
doesn't come off pretentious. Like even with
No,
all
not
that,
even
all the
no.
money
You know,
and the
she's
house, she doesn't-
authentic, and it's
yeah.
like, why is that so hard for people to just be real?
And
Yeah.
people
Just be
are mean
yourself.
to her.
Yeah.
People
Because they're
are
jealous.
so
Because they're jealous.
And by the way, her and Mohamed, how much fun are her and Mohamed together?
Love them.
Love.
Oh my goodness.
Like a real couple. And I mean, maybe it's because we're like in the same boat. We're 20 years apart. They're 33. That's actually me and my parents' age difference. I'm not saying that that's, to each his own, but
Yeah.
you can't help. We were friends. Like, we never thought. I told him, don't ever get married again. F all your exes. You don't need that crazy
And then he's
gold
like,
digger
but I love
shit.
you. But it's
No,
you.
she was trying to set me up with other girls.
I was trying to set up with some of my friends.
Yeah.
So
Who made
wait,
the
then
first
how did it
move?
happen? Yeah, who made the first move? Or when did you know?
I think it was.
Katie made the first.
I was
one.
gonna totally see it being Katie.
But it's
I
gonna
can
be
see
the
that.
PG, right? PG.
Well, I mean,
PG, or you're single. PG, or you're single.
what does PG mean?
Like,
Parental guidance?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't. I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh wow.
Wait, how explicit was it?
It just
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna assume. I'm not
We
gonna.
didn't want to go there, but we can go there.
Walter. We need the truth, Walter.
No,
What
you know
is it?
what? The moment I knew I loved Katie is this. We ended up at my apartment, and this is after I think we were still going. I was going through a divorce.
And you were selling the Hancock Park house. Yeah.
And we ended up having some drinks or whatever, and we ended up going to sleep. And no
He
hanky-panky or
didn't
anything
even
like that.
touch me, and I was
Nothing.
like,
So, but here's the thing.
"What's wrong with him?"
No creepy
But here's the
fingers.
thing. So when we got up, Katie just made the bed, and I was like going, I've never had anyone make the bed. Like 3 wives later, I never had
never?
a wife who had
Never.
made
What
a
kind
bed.
of wives
So,
did you have?
it's
Like
shit.
fucking, you know,
What kind of woman
and
were
I'm like
were
going, remember the movie Bronx Tale, and the guy tells the guy,
If you see somebody
Oh,
open,
yeah,
if
open
the
the
girl
door.
reaches and opens the thing,
It's a
that's a
keeper.
keeper, whatever. That was my moment. Katie's a keeper.
Aww, this is
That's
all
so
moment.
sweet. But you know what? It's so true to your character. You're not the quintessential LA wife. You're very like on your own. If things were
Absolutely.
to not work out, you would be fine. Like almost.
I mean, I would be like freaking out, but
Right,
I
but you
would
know what I'm
make it out.
saying? But you have your own life, your own career, and I think
Yeah.
a lot of times it's just the wife's just
That's what I.
there.
Was that
They
tonight?
coexist.
Yeah.
Did I say tonight something about an iron? Oh yeah, home and family. Okay, so my mom was a Peace Corps volunteer, graduated from college from Ohio. Good people come from Ohio.
They do.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna
Well, the
disagree.
Midwest.
Yeah.
I'm from Chicago, so Midwest.
Okay, yeah. So
Don't go that far.
Come for me. Come
that's
for
not
me.
that far from you.
Oh my.
Come for me.
I'm from New York, so I'm like East Coast. But the thing is my mom is so true that I think there's something to be said about what if something bad happened? What if you never know?
You
Right.
just never know.
What if you have to support him?
Yeah, you need to have a skill.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't just
Oh,
be a
absolutely.
wife. Like, what am I gonna do? Iron clothes? He got me a steamer for Christmas.
I
'cause he's
love
like,
those. They're so easy.
It's so easy.
Yes, so easy. Thank you.
It's
He
done.
knows me so well.
That's
I've
awesome.
never seen Katie iron.
Ironing is
13
a
years.
gift.
It's
Really?
hard.
And you know what,
Very
Walter?
hard.
You get the bed made. You can't
I
have it
love
all.
ironing.
You can't have it all, Walter.
You guys,
I love
Walter
ironing.
does everything. It's actually, that's why I feel so bad when you're like, you're not the quintessential LA wife. I'm really not anybody's wife. I don't do anything. Sometimes I'm like, why is he with me?
I vacuumed the house right before we got
I know he
in
was
there.
the vacuum.
During
He's
the
like-
Warriors game.
Wow.
He vacuums, he cooks, he cleans. I'm like, I feel like I have the best wife ever. Duty.
Number one wife.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him. Yeah, I'm gonna get him that shirt.
Oh my
Wifey
god.
for lifey.
Oh my gosh, I cannot.
Oh, I love it.
Got excited.
So, do you think that Shiva got paranoid at all because of what was going on with Veronica? Not paranoid,
in
but
her
you
own
could see,
relationship?
you could see like a little tension. I feel like when she was.
Or was that
talking to
just the
Mohamed.
cameras?
Yeah.
Actually, no. I don't think Shiva is. Here's the difference. Sometimes people are like, "Oh, you're so overacting." I'm like, "That's how I am in real life." Like, I can't. First of all, I'm Italian and French. You think that I can be like, "Oh, thank you." I'm just gonna have like, I get excited.
Right. Yes. That's like all big.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
just a ball of energy.
Yeah.
I
And that's
get
what makes you
excited.
amazing.
Well, thanks. It could be somebody else's birthday. I'm like, it's your birthday. Let's party. Like, I'm excited. Shiva is not that.
Yeah.
She could win the lottery and she'd be like, I just won $2 million. And I'd be like, what? Where are we going? We gotta fucking celebrate. Like, so.
But also $2 million to her is probably a little too big.
Yeah, because I feel like she's lived a different life before, right?
No, but $2 million to
It's a lot of
it's a
frickin'
lot of
money.
money.
Yeah.
She's not like that. I
Right.
mean, she's one of those people who values things and
Okay.
still, whatever. I like
seems
her.
that way.
I like her like that. I'm glad she's not like so over the top. Sometimes she says things and I'll look at her and be like,
Like
Like-
side eye.
you gotta get out of that Bel Air bubble.
Like check the price of milk real quick. Bring it back down.
I know. Oh wait. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. There's so many things that I feel like I want to say, but then I'm like, have you seen it? I don't want to wreck it. There's something coming up that's really funny about a little party that she throws. So
Little party.
next episode. Oh my God! Shit! I forgot. We have such good news. Are you ready?
Yes.
I was dying. Okay, this is so good, you guys. Oh my God. What?
You can tell.
Yeah,
them?
I can tell, because it's over. Yeah, I can tell.
Oh, this because the episode's
The episode.
it's not over.
Yeah, it is. Wait, what time is it?
It's 9:40.
Well, on the East Coast, it's over.
Too late. Almost over.
Yeah,
oh my God.
it's almost over.
Oh my God, someone just texted me that Tanya looks like Marilyn Manson wearing a Halloween costume of himself. Okay, well, here we go.
That's harsh.
That is mean.
You know
That's pretty
what?
harsh.
Honestly, did we hear what she said to Veronica?
Oh my God.
No, that was
Well,
pretty
tell us
harsh
the news.
too.
Okay.
Tell us the
go
news.
ahead.
And that is
beating
crazy.
you.
Okay, so the show has been like gaining like crazy good ratings.
Oh.
It started off super slow.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I think we just found out.
Okay,
but you spill it.
So I know. I got the call and I was like, okay, are we canceled? Like, what's happening? I don't even know. So they said this show's been doing really well and it's gaining like this crazy momentum. And they had like 500,000 live viewers and then another million for like DVR and all this crazy stuff. They're actually gonna move our time slot because they think we deserve a better time slot. So we're gonna now air Sunday nights at 10 o'clock after every new episode of Keeping Up with Kardashians.
I think that deserves a cheers.
That
Cheers
deserves
to
a
second
cheers.
watch.
Hey,
Cheers to
hey.
Walter.
Yes,
Cheers to
cheers to me. Fourth wives
Cheers
club.
to having a fourth wife. Thank you.
Oh gosh, I love it.
Fourth and final.
Right, final. Right, you stress that word, final.
I don't like
So
that.
that's we were talking about. We're like, shit, we gotta find a different time to do the show because Thursdays are not gonna work anymore.
Right,
It's
right.
gonna be
We're gonna
like,
have to
that's
change the
old
show.
news.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're gonna have to move to Sundays, but
We'll work on it.
that's logistics. You don't need to worry about that.
You're like, can you guys do a meeting after I leave?
Right.
About that?
Right. So the next, I feel like, monumental situation, obviously, is Veronica. Can you give us a little more insight on maybe what was going on during that time period that we don't see?
Okay.
I mean, she's
Now,
very quiet
I have
now.
to defend her.
Okay.
So that was the worst situation I've ever seen happen in real life in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And she joined this show thinking
was
I live in
right.
Bel Air.
Right.
I'm the wife of a plastic surgeon. I've got gorgeous children. My life is great. She's running that clinic that she helped build.
Mm-hmm.
And the mistress took actual photos of her, the mistress, and Veronica's husband and posted them on a Instagram account that she made and then tagged the children's
do that?
school,
The children's school.
the children's school.
Oh my God! So the principal might have
disgusting.
saw.
Oh,
it.
everybody knew. It was so awful.
At the same time as her finding
But
out.
here's the thing,
Mm.
she didn't know until her sister called her and said, there's a problem. And that happened like 3 weeks into filming. And it was like her story went from this to this is her real life. And she was so like effed up because it's like, how do you now go?
Right.
I'm filming an international television series on a major network. Like, I can't lie about this. This is going to come out, and I can either handle it with dignity and grace, or I could be crazy.
Yeah.
And the way she handled it, I would have, first of all, I would have murdered him on
You
camera.
sound like her last week.
I would have burned the house down with his dead body in it. And I would have, with his corpse
And I would
tan,
have found
made
that
him
bitch
sign
and-
things.
yeah.
Yeah, and she would have been in there too, in our fish pond. So the fact that she handled it that way, bravo.
Well, and can you imagine? I mean, just
It's
you
scary.
you were living a lie, and to actually cope with the fact of like my life, like when he said he was at the here was so and so, like he wasn't there with so and so, and then
he was lying for
Right.
a
He was
year.
lying.
There's a picture of her. Literally, this is where I broke down in tears, and I was like, any human being could never make fun of this. Like some of the comments that are like, "Well, girl, you know, if he was cheating before, you were next karma," and it's like, who says that?
Who
They have,
says
they have
that?
children together, like,
Right.
and not to mention, she didn't know. She legitimately runs that home with 5 kids plus his 3 kids, 8 children,
Wow.
and his mom was helping.
imagine.
And plus running the business.
Please,
And the
I,
business.
I tried to watch those kids for 20 minutes. I was like,
You were ready to go.
Oh, that was good.
Xanax is one.
That's why I give it to Veronica. Veronica, she has been
Champ.
such a trooper.
been
She's a
classy as hell, too,
superhero.
you know?
She's juggling so much. She's still young. She's still beautiful, and that's the thing. She has still so much life to live.
And she's churchy. She's like
Yeah.
she is a classy woman.
Yeah.
And the fact she, to this day, can't stand to even watch that scene because that is so out of her element to go there. That's what I'm saying about, like, we all gave Tanya chances. We really did. We weren't attacking her. We weren't mean girl. But when time and time again, you just keep going there, it's like, you're the button pusher. You're a bad person. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
And she enjoys push. Like, she gets off to, like, seeing people react negatively to what
Who?
she does.
But some people like that. I don't know why. I'll never understand
And
it.
that fight, how far into the season was that? I mean, that's right after she found out, I'm assuming.
That was, that's why I was like, wow.
You have
name
zero
calling.
class, zero
She
love,
knew.
respect.
That cut deep.
Yeah.
She knew, and that's why I was like, wow, she's gonna go there saying when you're divorced and you're homeless with 6 kids or whatever and you need to support.
She said all that.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, you
She's
must.
like, you need to save your money for when you're divorced and have 6 kids.
and
like,
you're struggling on your own or whatever.
That is
I did
so
love the petty ass
spiteful.
comment. My daughter has bigger jewelry than that. I was
She does.
crying.
She does. In all fairness, I've seen her daughter's
Yeah.
jewelry. I'm like, can I borrow some? Get out of here.
What?
Wow.
What
Yeah.
else can you give us any more insight to
I mean,
how she's
Veronica is doing awesome.
What-
She hosts radio. She does a talk radio thing because she is really like, she's smart. I mean, she's college educated. She was an NCAA at like Olympic worthy track athlete. Like her whole family. There's a doctor. There's the business management. They're all amazing in that family, and they were raised right. So I am so happy for her. I see her every day. She comes over. She's my neighbor now.
So they're completely done now.
I mean, I'm hoping. It's because it takes 2 people to sign that piece of paper,
And
and
he doesn't seem like he,
I think, is more into the whole let's make her life miserable, and I think that's really awful.
It's like, you
'Cause
already
have
made
kids
it
to think about.
miserable enough.
Yeah, I think you did your work, and
Right.
let's move on.
Let's move
And on
on.
this episode too, when she was waiting at home to discuss stuff with him, it's like, how late are hospitals open? How late are
Right.
operating rooms open? I'm confused because it's
In Beverly Hills, latest 8, 7.
right.
Right.
And
So
I'm
where
saying,
are you?
Like, and your wife just found out you were cheating on her, so my ass would be home real quick. I'd be like, babe, I'm gonna stay on the phone my whole drive home, so I'm not stopped. Oh, I'm gonna get some Taco Bell. Like, here's what's going on.
Ooh, Taco Bell.
Right, and it's trigger word.
Can I go? I'm like,
And he just doesn't answer her call. I mean, what do you expect a woman to think? I would be mad over there, man. I would be like, he's cheating on me again. Like,
she's
you
classy.
don't know.
That's the
She's
thing.
classy.
But I feel so bad for her emotional roller coaster.
Because she has learned having kids, you can't just be nuts.
Yeah, you can't.
I mean, we have 4 rescues. I mean, and that is his trigger point for craziness. Me, I mean, I'm just like, okay, yeah, whatever. And he's like, I don't get it. How do you not get mad about that? I think everyone has their trigger points. For me, I know how I would react, but I'm not in that situation.
Right.
So who am I to be
say,
the judge?
yeah. Right,
I hate when people are like, well, if it was me, I'm like,
Exactly.
But it's not you.
But it's
Right.
not
And
you.
don't, and everyone thinks they would respond a certain way until something happens.
Exactly.
And then because
Yeah.
I know like certain things happen. I'm like, I would do this, and then I'm like
exactly. And that's what
silent for once I have nothing to say. Like,
when that
Exactly. And
plane is going down,
Yeah.
you don't know what you're going to do.
you don't know what you're gonna do, and that's what we talked about last week. But I know last week you were like, what did you say last week that you would have?
I mean, I probably. Maybe
Yeah.
at that moment I wouldn't know what I was gonna do, but I would know after I regained my composure. That those would be some
yeah, because sometimes
highly thought out actions that
I think when you find out information like that, especially when it comes to cheating, a lot of times you're just in shock.
Right.
Like you can't believe
That's what it is. You nailed it on the head. She was completely blindsided and completely shocked, and she didn't know what to do.
you're just like frozen.
She's on a net, like
frozen.
she's on a television show, so that just makes it amplified by times a million.
Yeah. And now your kids
And
know.
you have little
like, you don't even
babies.
know.
Yeah.
And then
She just had a baby, you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
When we were on this show, she had literally just had a baby. Marissa was pregnant when I met her for the first time.
Wow.
This has been going on. We've all known each other for over 2 years. Think about that.
Oh, wow.
So this is not like that when people are like, oh, they don't know each other. It's like, oh, no, we know each other.
Yeah, you guys have a relationship with one
Yeah.
another. And I think it's so difficult now, even with social media, and you have these shows, especially like a situation with that Veronica's going through, and then I'm sure she's probably getting tons of comments and mail, and I mean, I can only imagine.
She's getting some really, really
getting some good
uplifting,
stuff.
That was
amazing
good,
people out there who have been through that. Someone has left, someone has cheated, and that is what's helping her get through it.
Wow.
What doesn't help is sometimes peppered in there, you're going to read karma, bitch, and things like that. It's like,
For what?
Like,
Yeah.
who
Karma
are
for
you?
what? she was in a, she has more, she is like superwoman times 1,000. Right. When I go to her house, she's there making dinner, and that she makes homemade cornbread. I don't even know what do you do, like mold? I don't even, how do you do that with corn?
It takes a special
Well, she
kid
got
to
like a
make
baby on the
homemade
hip.
cornbread.
Like, just
And she looks
looking
stunning.
fantastic.
Fabulous.
I mean, and she'll be like, oh, sorry, I didn't, whatever. And I'm like, you look like fucking Naomi Campbell just walked down a runway. Here's your little hobbit friend, come and eat the free cornbread. Like, it's like...
But that's the thing with Veronica. It's so many women going through that same situation.
Right.
And so many women can relate to that same storyline.
It's true. Have you seen everyone's heights
Can
on
you
the
just
show?
do that again?
I mean, someone's like, I crawled out of my shire to eat your cornbread. And she always thinks it's like ridiculous. Because her kids wear the same size shoes as me. And like the 3 and 4-year-old.
No.
Yes, I'm like I'm like a solid American 5. So I could fit in her kids' shoes. Yes, they make fun of my shoes when I go in. They're like, whose Barbie feet are these? I was like, those are mine. Those are my shoes. And no, you can't borrow them. I actually took a video of her trying to put my shoe on, and it's just her toes went in, and she tap danced in them.
Oh my god.
She's like, these aren't even real. How do you not fall over standing? I'm like, I'm 5'1". You're 6 foot. It makes sense.
Wow.
So yeah, it's fun, especially on red carpets and things like that. I just breathe the armpit air.
I guess I wanted to just touch on the whole financial advisor visit that she had.
Oh, he was terrible.
He was, and by the way, how about that statement he made where he's like, "Oh, looks like you
married
scored."
right or something,
It's
yeah.
like,
It's like, if a female's going into financial advice and she's married, she's probably doing that for a
That was really
I would've
inappropriate.
left.
But I thought they maybe had
maybe she
a
makes
previous
the money. How does-
relationship,
right, and
though.
how
That's why I thought maybe he felt comfortable to joke with her like that. But it seems like they didn't have a previous relationship for him to
She
joke with her like that.
Yeah,
hired him separately. So for him to make that joke, that would be like someone saying to me, "Oh, well, looks like you married very well."
Yeah,
It's
like a stranger telling
Do
you
you know
that.
what I have in my bank account,
Right.
asshole? No, you
No.
don't.
Yeah.
I've got $600 and 80 cents in my savings. No, you don't. Don't judge me.
Don't go there.
I'm just kidding.
You're like, but really, I was kidding, guys. I'm joking.
I know, but who's to say if I have 80 cents or $8 million? You don't.
business.
It's none of your business.
Right.
And to always assume. That's the problem. People always assume, still to this day,
The
it's
man
like,
is-
I'm just going to go out and churn some butter in the backyard and make my keep, and he makes all the money. Like, women can do math and work, too.
Absolutely.
Like, when I saw that,
he
I was
was
like,
terrible.
ew.
I don't know if that was the producers that
No.
put it together. She found him.
She found him.
Oh, I hope she doesn't use him
That's
anymore,
another
does she?
thing. Let me go on record.
So
and
that's
tell
what
you
I wanted to talk about editing before we have to.
Okay, the producers never set up anything on this show. We were allowed to say no, yes. I was, half the time I was like, I can't, you guys. When I showed up 3 hours late or 2 hours late to Shiva's massages in the middle of the day on a Tuesday work week, it's because I had my first inspections that day. And we didn't pass because some outlet was 2 inches too low and the other one I was like, oh my God, I had to be there. That's my real life.
Right.
So I'm late to sunbathe because I got shit to do.
Yeah.
So it's like, and the producers know that.
Yeah.
But they're not going to put that part in.
No.
It's just me trickling in.
This
Like I was
asshole's late. Like
Yeah.
getting
Right.
drunk.
right.
drunk at 11 a.m. Like, I mean, that is also could be-
Sometimes.
yes.
Sundays maybe or something.
It is.
the day of the Lord. And Catholic, I can drink things. Exactly.
I think that too. That's a huge thing. That's different from the Bravo shows because I know that the Bravo shows are a little bit more staged.
Oh yeah, all the girl trips and all that
Right.
stuff.
And
like,
so I think that this is actually panning out. The realness of it is panning out a lot better, and that's what I was saying. I think even the first episode, your guys' shit's all out there. Like there is no.
Nobody
Okay,
hides
we're gonna
anything.
keep this one off the books. Like everyone knows everything that's going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think that that's way better TV.
And people call each other out when they know you're being fake. And that is like Shiva, that was the number one thing she called out Tanya on. She's like, you're being fake AF and everybody knows it. Just be yourself. I even told Tanya that.
Yeah.
If you just be yourself, people will see who you really are. And that person is better who you think you should be.
Right.
And we'll see.
Has she had her wedding yet?
Yep, nobody went.
Ooh.
Thank you. That was my next question. Okay.
All right. Well, then you answered that.
No, but I think Marissa did, and she wore a white lace gown. Swear to God.
I totally see that. I see that.
I can't see it because I've seen her in like three like scenes. I don't understand.
Walter always goes when I start describing everybody. He's like, "Who's Marissa?"
Yeah, she's like
that
like
chick.
she's on the
I'm
show.
sorry. Who are you talking about?
Yeah.
Who's Marissa?
yeah, she's barely on.
No, but he really does. He really does like everybody. Him and Dean were actually friends. Tanya's now husband. So it's unfortunate that things happen the way they happened, and you know, it's people take sides of their spouse.
Of course, and you expect them to, but
supposed to.
I mean, I think we all know whose fault it is.
Yeah, I mean,
At least from what the show's portraying. We would love to have Tanya on for her to explain her side of the story.
She didn't respond, so
We may have to have some
I tried.
bouncers in the room, but
I invited her to the premiere of our show, and I invited everybody actually on May 4th. I said, everybody come out. We're gonna do a really great party at the W. We're gonna screen it. It'll be fabulous. Everybody responded. Marissa showed up in a quinceañera dress. I mean, everybody had an amazing time. Tanya told everybody I didn't invite her, and then I screenshot the email of her replying saying thank you, can't wait, got it, XOT, and sent it back out to everybody. I was like, so there you go.
and that's
That's it. I'm done with her. I just at this point I've tried. I can't extend any more olive branches. The tree has no branch.
Well, and when she was talking to you, and she's like, it hurts to not be invited. I'm like, you started this whole thing by not inviting
Everybody, and then
to the
talking
wedding.
about
Like,
like, know what you're doing. Don't talk about a party
Right.
or an event in front of people that aren't invited. It's
Right.
rude.
It's so like that's 101. That's like your mom tells you, okay, we're not going to pass your kindergarten birthday invitations out because Shelly didn't get invited,
Yeah, or
so
the
we don't want to hurt
sleepover.
Shelly's feelings.
Don't talk about
Don't
the
talk about
sleepover.
it. Right. We'll all meet up after school. Like, come on.
Well, I think some people just don't have any self-awareness.
No, it's that they choose to be assholes.
You're so nice. You should be a
are.
therapist. If you did therapy, your voice is so soothing and you're so just polite.
And I almost believe you. I'm like, maybe
I'm gonna just keep on.
I
believe
more
you.
self-aware.
no, but I'm
It's just
saying
too much
maybe
of
she
yourself.
wasn't self-aware, and then I'm like, no, she actually like you choose to do that. shit.
Tanya's smart. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Tanya is not stupid.
If Marissa talked about it at the table, maybe I'd be like, okay, she's a little bit of an airhead. Maybe
So
she
she's
forgot.
not coming on the show. Like you're just Xing them all out.
An airhead. I'm an airhead sometimes. I was looking on the wrong side of the street the other day for an address, and I couldn't find 4,000 because I was looking at the odd side of the street. Stuff happens. Okay.
Wait, wouldn't that be? Oh yeah, you're right.
I was like, where's 4,000? I only see 4,001. It was the other side of the street. But I'm saying, like, you know, certain characteristics apply to certain personalities and with certain people, and that was not. She doesn't strike me as the kind of person who just slips up.
Just seems like a lot of
she's smart.
insecurities
Right.
there.
I feel like she just needs some healing in her life. I feel like sometimes all those
I think
insecurities.
this baby, I hope and pray they have a wonderful, beautiful
Yes.
child, and it settles her down
Yeah.
and changes her and makes her back to the cool, funny Tanya that everybody liked, and that's why was on the show. So,
Right, it got you on the show.
crossed.
It worked. Stay that way, right?
Right,
But
fingers
sometimes
crossed.
when cameras turn on, people change.
Yeah.
They
do.
change.
Right.
They turn up.
Well, I think too, it's turn up, and it's also the insecurities because, like, I know when I'm like not acting or anything like that, but when I first started doing TV and radio, it's just like, well, you know, I'm supposed to be like this and I'm supposed to be like that, and it's like, no, just do you, and people like it or not, at least they're gonna have something about your personality versus
Exactly.
you know. But I think it's hard for people initially because you just almost want to safeguard yourself from people hating you, but now
I'm like, you know, people. Yeah, it goes one of two ways. People either like me or they hate me, and I'm like, you know what? If you hate me enough to say something,
that's good.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You hate me that much that you need to say something. I'm gonna keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep saying stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I don't know what else to tell you.
Why are you looking at your watch? You got somewhere else to be?
It's fast.
Oh yeah.
He's like, it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time.
Vacuuming and some wine.
But,
We need to
okay,
get it
so
in.
Walter's ready to go. So we're.
I have something in the oven.
Oh, you have something in the oven.
You made a roast.
No, but but I do hope that, you know, the pregnancy does go through well, and you
Oh,
want everyone.
absolutely.
You see these endearing moments with everybody on the show, and it would just be nice to have those all simultaneously.
Yeah.
Is really.
But you know,
Lastly, what but that wouldn't make good TV, would it?
No.
that's exactly what I was
Lastly,
thinking.
what are you working on right now? How is High Society going?
High Society is great. You're going to see trials and tribulations. I own a small business with food establishment in LA, and that sucks no matter who you are, big or small. We are extending into the old painted nail space. We have a full tea wear coming out that's inspired by Jeremy Renner, the actor, who's one of my best friends of 20 years.
Okay.
His little daughter, Ava. She loves tea parties, so I did this whole fine china line all inspired after. It's really whimsical and beautiful. So it's like cool china. So I
When
have
can
that
we
coming
expect to see in the W space and then also the T?
out. Well, High Society's open now, so you
Right,
can
yes.
come.
But in the-
probably I would say by the end of July we'll be open.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're coming.
So we're gonna come
have
into
a
the
tea
new one,
party,
right?
please.
We'll call you.
It's gonna be fabulous.
Yes.
Are you gonna hashtag this tea though?
I spilled the tea.
I will.
Oh my gosh! Well, thank you so much for joining
You
us.
guys
tonight,
are
guys. This
so
was so much
fun.
fun.
Yes.
Thank you
So happy.
for putting up with us.
Judy.
You're the real MVP.
Oh,
You're
yes,
sitting
you're the
listening to
MVP,
four
Walker.
Kevin
ladies.
Durant
Yeah.
over there.
Hey.
Sorry, LeBron.
It's game
LeBron
one.
over
It's
there.
game one.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
Thank
yes.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Katie calls me. I'm like on my way from like work to here, and she's like, "Oh my gosh!" I'm like,
I gotta throw some fun presents in there.
So really, really appreciate it. This is the first gift I ever got from a guest.
Oh
That's
my
so
God.
really
Yes.
appreciate
It's
it.
incredible,
Thank
and we
you.
all got them.
Appreciate it.
it's,
Yes.
it's
You
nothing.
guys, we're gonna have some fleeky nails next year.
yeah.
Yes.
Mine's are kind
So
of
stay tuned. Let everyone know where they can follow you.
Absolutely. You can follow me at Chance Cessna.
And you can follow me on everything at TK Trinidad.
At the Painted Nail on Twitter and everywhere else at official Katie Cazorla.
You can follow me on all social media at abigail.a.f. Walter, one last time.
At W. Alfanacia.
Thank you guys so much. We'll see you
Very
next
nice this
week.
time.
Yeah.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Honestly, I like all the...
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.